here, man. When are we gonna get to the sexy shit?
Soon. I think there's like a holiday coming up.
Alright, okay. Oh, holiday! Are we gonna go to like
Yeah.
a summer house or something?
I believe so, yes.
Ah, that classic Japanese trope. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
And with that, welcome back.
Hello, welcome back.
Right, so guess we better get going, Hanako.
Better get on the way. Hanako's head flicks up towards us in a flash, her face rather unmistakably appreciating the chance to extricate herself from the small group gathered around her.
Coming,
Coming!
coming.
Coming! The long taxi ride to the airport is surprisingly pleasant, despite the three of us being rather squashed together to fit in the small back seat. On the other hand, maybe despite isn't the right word. Lilly pays the fare to the driver as we file out, Hanako's eyes flittering left and right. Thankfully, there aren't too many people around, most of them being inside the main building rather than milling around outside. Were you beatboxing along to the fucking...
Yes.
It isn't hard to spot Akira and Hideaki leaning against a fence while talking to pass the time.
Hideaki.
A large black travel bag, complete with wheels and travel handle, leans against the fence alongside them. Hideaki and Akira are like best buds, it's really funny.
Really?
Yeah. Hideaki's the first to notice us, pointing us out to Akira, who gives an over-enthusiastic wave.
Hey, hey!
Hey, hey! I grab Lily's travel bag for her as we go to meet the two, earning a nod of appreciation.
Got all my stuff here. You got yours? Plane ticket as well? Don't worry, I have everything. You? Yep, all ready to go. What was his voice? I don't remember. Not without some problems along the way, I might add. I'll fucking... I don't remember.
The snide remark has his head roughly dragged around by a very firmly clamped on hand.
Oof. Haha, yeah, I kinda sort of forgot it was in my trousers pocket. Trousers that I'd put in a wash. Oh no. Oh no. Don't worry, don't worry.
Oh, no.
Did you know that you can print out tickets if you order online nowadays? It's really cool. Yeah, it's quite
That's
handy.
true. Yeah. Hideaki's pained expression says that this wasn't a solution found quickly. Could have been worse, I guess.
We'd better start off then. Check-in should be ready by now. Yeah, you're right. You know what? See, before you go to... See, if you're going to go to an airport and you're flying somewhere...
Yes.
Get there 6 hours early. Because you never know what could happen.
Yeah, you never know, and everybody says that to me like all the time. It's not even 6 hours. I think is excessive. I'd say 3 hours.
Well, I just make it. I mean, this is when I'm going on holiday. I just make it a hang. You know, I get up.
But even then, 3 hours is excessive. Like by the time I've been on a couple of flights where like I've gone with so much time in advance, and then I've wound up like having to sit about and just be like.
Well, that's why you bring a book or a DS or something to do.
Yeah, but I'm already going to be sitting about on the plane anyway.
I know.
There's a certain amount of wistfulness in both their voices. To say nothing of the people left behind, meeting their family again after all these years would be big for them.
Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute
Yeah, she's
in
cute.
a little hat.
Cute little hat. Yeah.
Lily.
Hanako wraps Lily in a gentle hug to say goodbye,
Oh.
one which is warmly reciprocated. Lily and I share a brief hug afterward, each of us saying our goodbyes. Beside us, Akira and Hideaki break off from a small hug and a word or two between them. It would probably look quite nice if not for the almost comical height difference between the two. Lily takes a hold of her sister's arm once all that needs to be said in farewells is said, the two walking past the huge glass doors.
Goodbye, Hiso, Hanako. See ya. Don't do anything stupid, shorty.
We wave at them until they disappear from sight in the throng of people moving about inside. And then... we're alone.
Well, that's that.
I turn to see Hideaki already beginning to walk off. He's like 12.
See ya.
Where's he going, you know? He throws a hand into the air in a manner I'd expect of Akira. In the end, it's just Hanako and me left standing outside. I rest my hand on her shoulder. She absent-mindedly gazes towards the front doors of the building, as if she might catch a glimpse of either of the two before they disappear.
Don't worry. A time will pass fast. That's true.
She hesitates for a moment, but eventually nods. With the scorching heat of the summer sun beaming down on us, we make our way to the nearby bus stop. It's strange, really. Just when I'd begun to see Lily differently, she leaves on what almost feels like a pilgrimage to the past. In a way, though, that's just what I've been doing since coming to Yamaku. As much as I may reflect on everything that's happened to me, I really am hardly unique. Everyone has their own circumstances and separate paths to get where they are now.
Yep.
Yet I still can't really work out how I should proceed. My life may have practically been reset, and I still can't find anything that satisfactorily fills the hole I still feel in myself.
Fuck. Yeah.
I know how you feel, man. Maybe Lily's leaving will be a good thing for me. Without her to lean on, I'll need to do more for myself. I'll have to be there for Hanako as well. It feels strange to have so much changing so quickly after my months in that hospital that seemed to exist so separately from reality, but that's all the more reason to keep me focused. I can't let any opportunity slip out of my fingers in my attempt to rebuild my life.
Alright, well. So
Act 3.
Act 3. Okay. Let's see what happens.
We're moving on up. We're progressing, you know?
How many acts are there?
I think 4 or 5. I rest my chin on my hand as I absent-mindedly look out the window. Yet another of Muto's lectures is droning on and on as if it were endless.
Oh, I know that feeling.
The summer sky is almost alluring in its bright cerulean splendor. Only the odd passing cloud breaks up the deep blue expanse. This feeling of longing is probably the outdoors side of me yearning to escape.
Nakai, could you answer this?
That side of me is lost to the past now.
In that case, I think it would use the A-N-E suffix. Aiden? What the fuck is that?
Depends what language they're speaking. Oh, it's campus.
Correct.
Oh.
Moving on, the
Butane,
suffix for...
propane.
Oh.
As my attention towards Muto slips once again, I spot Misha giving me an enthusiastic thumbs up, and nod at her to settle her down. It's been a handful of days since Lily left for Scotland, days which have passed relatively peacefully. Life largely continued as usual, in contrast to what I'd expected. While thoughts of her have danced around the edge of my mind since she left, present events managed to subdue them, at least for the time being. So I find myself idly chatting with Hanako, as usual, when lunchtime finally rolls by.
Are the later ones in the series good as well? Not really. You're probably best off just sticking to the original. His later books didn't live up to it, other than maybe...
You wouldn't be long getting frostbite.
God Emperor. Is this Warhammer like 40k chat? Fuck me. Alright. I think it
maybe.
is. I think it is. Of course. It's 4chan.
no, God Emperor of Dune. Dune rather. Is part of the Dune series.
Oh right, okay,
series.
Alright. Even so.
Well, I mean that just came from me googling God Emperor, but the full title is God Emperor of Dune. Anyway,
Thanks.
sorry.
I wasn't really sure if.
As Hanako steps to the side, I see Shuzumi stride up in her typically businesslike manner, flanked by her ever-present bright-haired shadow. Try as I might, I can't read any hint of their intent from their faces. Shizumi's poker face and Misha's seemingly boundless cheerfulness are a devilish combination.
Morning, Shizune. Misha. Hi.
I accentuate the greeting with a nod to Shizune in order to get the point across. She promptly and curtly returns the gesture to both of us. It's been a long while since I've really talked to either of them. For a while, I thought they might be avoiding me, but I eventually came to the conclusion that Shizune really isn't the type to do so.
Morning! Shi-chan says that Muto wants to see you sometime.
Because of this statement, my face contorts as if I'd just eaten spoiled food, giving Misha no end of amusement.
Anyone
Oh,
think
God.
you were in trouble, Hee-chan?
Fucking horrible.
You may not be aware of it, but you have the least to worry about of anyone in the class.
Oh, nice. What an unexpected vote of confidence. Even Hanako nods hesitantly to affirm the point.
Boy's gonna become a chemist.
Why?
Thanks,
Maybe.
I'll keep that in mind. There was something I wanted to ask you, though. And what might that be, Hee-chan?
I have a feeling this won't go over well. But here goes.
Is there any reason why you and Lilly don't get along? Seems like even a little civility would help you both in your studies. Oh.
Shizune's cold stare after Misha happily signs the words stops me in my tracks. In hindsight, I really could have worded that better. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm sure I see Hanako move back. Just a little. Thankfully, Shizune notices this and lets her temper dissipate as she forcefully runs her hand through her hair to let off steam. Perfectly on cue, Misha begins interpreting the second Shizune's arms begin to move.
I would say that such matters aren't relevant to you, but since you seem to have befriended Lilly...
She pauses to adjust her glasses, evidently attempting to articulate her point in the best possible manner.
Well, I assume the same of her. I cannot call my own views on the matter unbiased. Suffice to say, we were closer before than we are now.
Oh, Shizune makes a quick gesture to Misha to stop her from interpreting, then has a quick meeting with her before proceeding. The fact that the two can communicate so easily yet so secretly right in front of us is slightly disconcerting. Maybe you should just learn sign language.
Yeah, man.
You know? If you're at a school for the disabled, she's probably not going to be the only one that can't hear. Hanako seems to share my curiosity at the proceedings, looking on with thinly masked interest. As they finish their opaque conversation, Misha looks slightly deflated. I guess her opinion on the matter wasn't followed.
Shi-chan says you should ask Lilly about it, as she doesn't want to be the one that gets you involved.
That's a cop-out. Oh well,
Yeah,
I'll just have to ask her after she gets back.
That's a
At least I
bigger
got some
cop-out than...
information out of...
Sorry, keep going. Finish the
That's
sentence.
okay. At least I got some information out of Shizune. The two having been on close terms means that they weren't always at each other's throats. Or at least not quite to this extent.
I was
What's
just
this, a
going to
bigger
say,
cop-out then?
it's a bigger cop-out than ask your mum.
Yeah.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
With a nod and a farewell, the two break away and walk out the door, no doubt headed straight for the student council room.
Could have gone worse, I suppose.
Aye.
Aye.
Hanako lets out a long breath, relieved at the confrontation's resolution. Can't say I blame her.
I'll see you later then. Yeah, 'cause we're buddies. Aye, I'll meet you in the tea room. See you later.
With that, she waves and joins the trickle of students leaving the classroom.
Nakai, could I speak with you for a moment?
Delivered in his typical monotone manner.
Oh, that's pretty
He
good.
apparently decided that I need a reminder to see him already. Eventually, I finish packing up my things. By the time I reach his desk, the classroom is close to empty.
Yes, sir.
He looks up, taking measure of my face before giving an awkward, rather obviously acted chuckle.
Oh. No need to feel guilty. You're not in any trouble. I just want to ask you something I've asked a few of the other students so far.
Something, at least. For a moment, I thought my maxim of keeping my head down and pen up had failed me.
So, what do you want to talk about? To start with, what the fuck is that accent, and what do you think of your progress in this class so far? Good? Bad?
I detest that kind of question. For a fair amount of time, I tried to think of a response that is neither pathetically humble nor cocky. I kind of hate self-evaluations as well.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you think you're doing? I'm like, oh, fuck, no, you tell
On
me. How am I doing?
Are you happy with life at the moment?
Oh, well.
Well, I'd say I'm doing okay. The work doesn't seem too hard. I'm doing better on the test than I thought I would. That's a good answer, a correct one too.
I give a mental sigh of relief at his satisfaction. To say that I don't gain a little pride from his comment would be a blatant lie. In this maelstrom of thoughts clouding my mind after learning that I'd be transferring to Yamaku, my school grades seemed utterly unimportant. Being entirely clueless as to what skill level would be assumed of me, once I actually got here, I was hugely relieved when I found out that I understood well enough the schoolwork we'd be doing.
I know your circumstances might have thrown a wrench in the works, but have you given any thought to your future? My future? What do you like to do as a profession? Do you have any thoughts of where you'd like to be in 10 or 20 years' time? I wouldn't be surprised if you covered this ground in your previous school, but I don't have any record of it if you have. I think this is more of a big deal in Japan than it is over here.
It was kind of a big deal. They made it out to be a very big deal over here.
No, over here...
Last year,
yeah, go on.
I suppose the last year of high school is the time when students would need to be thinking about such things. To be honest, I really haven't lent it much thought compared to my immediate situation.
I was just going to say, I think they were more concerned about you just getting into university.
Yeah.
To make their numbers look good.
Yeah. Catching on to my thinking, Muto speaks up.
It's okay if you haven't decided on anything specific yet. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of your classmates were still undecided after all. Maybe pursue one of your talents?
He's rather obviously trying to squeeze an answer out of me, and something about his previous wording makes me suspicious. He didn't seem to be intent on asking everybody like this, so he must have some kind of selection criteria. At a guess, our grades in his class.
You, sir, are going to become a chemist. Something in science might be the path of least resistance.
If you'll pardon the pun. His face brightened, no doubt pleased at the thought of a prize student following his subject as a career path.
Good, having a general idea is the first step. I would advise you think on it, though. Things are kind of settling down, which will help. Good to hear. Oh, and I've noticed that Ikazawa's attendance and grades have improved since you came to be friends. I'd like to thank you for that.
Hanako.
Yeah. I'm surprised you noticed we knew each other.
He gives a chuckle as awkward as his smile. This guy really has no idea how to properly act around others. Every facial movement seems like an act of careful but misdirected choreography. Maybe he's depressed.
What a story, Hissa. You could say that having a general idea of who knows whom is part of a teacher's job. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Catching himself before he goes off on a tangent, he loudly coughs into his hand.
I'm sure you have things to do though, so I'll stop there. Please do think about where you're headed from here, as you don't have long to go before you finish high school. Oh well, thanks. Fucking...
The brief talk ended, I take my leave. He goes back to fussing with the teaching materials on his desk.
If that counts as art, I'll probably become an artist then.
Merv Van Gogh. This is one of the times I'm envious of Lilly, almost maddeningly so. To have one's future so clear and so assured, yet working towards it from such a young age. It's an idea so utterly irreconcilable with my own thoughts, mired in the present day just as they have always been. Bing, bang, bang. There you go. Alright. Walking through the lobby to the cafeteria, I silently rue my daily routine having been completely thrown off. It seemed like a normal day. I arrived in class before most, due to walking early and having become quite adept at chucking down my pills without choking as I get ready for the day. But as students trickled in, one never materialized. Hanako.
Huh?
I step inside, my eyes scanning the expanse of the cafeteria in search of a suitable place to take a seat. It's a task made more difficult by the groups of students moving about and busily talking.
Get!
A hand pounds my back hard a couple of times, severely winding me. Rin? Oh no, never mind. That was a really bad. I didn't mean that to be a joke, but it was. I couldn't care less about the culprit as I focused my thoughts in my chest in a near automatic reaction.
Just straight up kicks you in the back. Oh no.
My hand
Oh,
instinctively
no.
tightens on my breast, and as I start going through the steps I rehearse in my mind every other day.
Yeah.
Breathe in steadily. In and out. With a measure of relief, I can slowly feel my chest becoming less tense. By the time I look back up, my face is covered in sweat from the experience.
Oh, we seem to be not quite in control, but we can deal with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
that
kind of half. Oh, this asshole!
Oh. Hey, my man, are you okay? God damn it! You English bastard! Don't do that! You fucking idiot!
He retreats back, an expression of unease written on his face. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have barked at him, considering he had no way to know. I give a sigh and right myself with some difficulty.
Sorry, I just have some chest problems. Sharp knocks aren't good.
It seems strange to see him so upset.
Nah, fuck him.
The fact that I can't do anything about it irritates me.
Nah, fuck him. Oh, let's
fuck
get
him.
lunch. No! Okay, it's good to have some company for once. Hate that guy.
We start off to the serving line. One good thing is that Kenji and I can make small talk nowadays, as opposed to my only interaction with him being anti-feminist lectures.
Oh, really? Oh. Seems like it'd be hard to find an empty table. There's a few people I wouldn't mind sitting with. Nobody's like you, though.
Oh, I feel a shiver run through my spine. I would too.
Clarify that now. They don't listen. Their minds are closed. It's the media, my man. The goddamn brainwashing mainstream feminist fascist media.
He takes a breath, and I savor the second of silence.
Damn, they control everything. Everything but you and me.
One asshole. I relax a little while we grab our food and drink.
So, what you got for me? Eh? Come on, you've been hanging around Satu and the other chicks for ages now. Rumors are all over my class. And probably some of the others too. Eavesdropping isn't a good habit. Let me guess, you'd never do it? Not even when you're bored? Really? Fine. Point taken.
Both of us stop to have soup ladled into a couple of small bowls and placed onto our trays. The concoction that lands into the bowl looks pretty questionable, but at least it smells reasonably good. High school. As we take our seats at a miraculously free table, I try to think of something that would actually interest him at all. I hope I can come up with an acceptable topic.
I found an answer to that question you asked a couple of weeks back, where Lilly's non-Japanese half comes free. That is. Good man. It's Russia, right? Totally Russia. Scotland!
He's visibly stopped in his tracks.
Scotland?
Yeah,
There's-
you know, land of the free, home of the brave.
Aye, that was my reaction too. She can speak English fluently and everything. Damn it. Do you realise what this means? How terrifying this news is to me?
I think he's hyperventilating. Passing out for a little while would probably make him more relaxed than he normally is. Now, hang on a minute. Hang on. Let's
What?
not make any rash decisions.
Ignore him, man.
I think we should ignore him, but I just want to make sure that we should ignore him.
I think we should ignore him.
I think we should also ignore him. But save now. Just in case.
Okay. Ignore him?
Okay. I think so, yes, but my internet's been really shit the last couple of days, so I'm not finding like a quick enough answer. I'm gonna say for now, ignore him, and if not, we'll come back. I dig into my food, hoping he'll take the hint from my silence.
Why? I mean, like, why would humouring him... I just lost 1,000 yen, my man. 1,000 yen. Damn, this is the worst day ever.
Why would saying that you don't want to read books or ask about the fact that Shizune's death mean that you immediately want to go out with either Emmy or Rin, you know? Because it's a weird choice tree. No such luck.
You're kidding me. You made a bet about her nationality. One of the dudes in my class was bugging me about it. I gave him some of my wisdom, and he had the audacity to say my logic was wrong.
The audacity.
So what did he think? Germany or something. It doesn't matter. What matters is my 1,000 yen. Damn, this day is ruined thanks to her. What a bitch.
Hey, he looks utterly devastated as he wolfs down several clumps of his soggy, soy-soaked rice. It only takes a few mouthfuls before he pokes his chopsticks at me, stabbing the air, chipping the air repeatedly in revelation.
Why, didn't your mother ever tell you not to speak with your mouth full?
He gives me a dirty look before choking down the rest of the food left in his mouth and taking a gulp of juice. It's rather unsightly. Remembering my own food sitting in front of me, I decide to get the task of eating the cafeteria food over and done with as fast as possible. The sooner I do so, the sooner the experience will be over.
So, as I was saying,
okay.
Why would anyone want to live in that place? I mean, what is there to say? Grassy plains, that's it.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of grassy plains. Yes, and they're glorious.
Hills,
the glens,
forests,
man. The fucking glens. You wouldn't get
rivers,
it, Kenji. Do you know why? Because you're
the vales,
fucking...
valleys.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
It's also, he is wrong. It's mostly hills.
Yeah, it's mostly hills.
It's mostly hills.
It's a very hilly place, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Harry Potter, he lives in Scotland.
Yeah. Oh, what a... Sorry. And men in
What a
kilts.
bitch.
Yeah! Glorious men in kilts! Can I just
Glorious
add?
men in kilts.
Doesn't get
They
it.
look great. I'm not sure which is worse, this food or his worldview. I can feel my face being dragged down by their combined weight. Not that he'd notice or care.
Oh, it's not that bad. Why do you care about her so much anyway? She's just your class representative after all.
Yeah, he gives a malevolent chuckle. Were this anyone but Kenji, I'd feel uneasy at how he sounds.
I finally found a chink in the Feminist Legion's armor. It took a while, but I'm confident that this is going to be how we can bring down the whole system.
Okay.
I'm about to blow your mind. Are you ready? Gets on his
No.
fucking knees, unzips your trousers, and you're like, "Whoa, Kenji, stop!
Whoa,
What the fuck?"
Kenji. I tune out his rambling for a moment as I finish my rice and start in the unappetizing soup. One taste is enough to confirm that it's cold.
Ready as I'll ever be. I confirm that Lilly is in the mafia. What
The
mafia?
boy's crazy. The Yakuza.
What? Oh, right. I was like, Scottish mafia or what?
Aye, that too.
Alright. Alright. Stay with me a second now. I'll describe the scene.
I wish I could do otherwise.
Lily's there walking down the street after school.
Uh-huh.
You're not stalking her, are you? No, damn man. I do have some sense of self-preservation.
But not dignity, or morals, or social standards.
Anyway, as I was saying, this car pulls up next to her, and guess who steps out? A man in a pinstripe suit. Waves her in, and the two leave just like that. I tell you, man, she's under protection. Under protection.
A man in a... Oh. Oh, I can see where this is going now. It takes an effort not to sigh in exasperation.
Let me guess, this man was about average height, had a slightly slender build, had blonde hair, looked foreign, and smiled a lot.
He looks positively stunned. I take advantage of the moment of quiet to quickly gulp a mouthful of cold soup.
It seems you're
Well-
more observant than I thought.
I would say depending on what kind of soup, it might be okay cold.
Yes, I have chosen well.
He giggles a little, and nods to himself so dramatically that it looks comical. I can't tell whether that's intentional or not, and that fact makes me frown.
this has important ramifications, you know. If she really is connected to people like them, and we're smart about what we do with this information, we could turn this into our greatest weapon against the student council. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to continue with Kenji's ramblings in the next episode, I think.
Yep.
You know what to do, boys and girls. You like the video, you
Yep.
subscribe, you leave us a comment and telling us your favourite thing about Scotland, or your favourite place about Scotland, or if you've been there, or if you live here, or if you've never been there but you've heard some good stuff. Just let us know, and with that we will see you.
Make sure and follow us on social media too.
That too. And with that, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Part-timers, we do this part-time. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.